When did you decide to choose empathy over logic? My wife Lena died on a Tuesday. She was 35 years old. We'd been together since college. She went in for gallbladder surgery. Routine stuff, they said. In and out same day. I kissed her forehead before they wheeled her back. She made a joke about finally getting to eat pizza again without pain. That was the last real conversation we ever had. Something went wrong during surgery. The doctor nicked her intestine and didn't catch it. For hours, bacteria leaked into her body while everyone thought she was just recovering normally. By the time they figured it out, sepsis had already taken over. She died 2 days later in the ICU, holding my hand. The hospital sent flowers and a sympathy card. I threw them in the trash. My brother found me a lawyer. Good one, too. He looked at the medical records for maybe 20 minutes before he leaned back in his chair and said this was the easiest malpractice case he'd ever seen, textbook negligence. We could get $1 million, maybe more. The hospital would settle fast to avoid publicity. I signed the papers. I wanted someone to pay. Lena was gone because somebody screwed up, and they needed to answer for that. Then came the depositions. That's when I learned who actually killed my wife. Her name was Dr. Nori Park, 29 years old. She'd been a surgeon for less than 3 years. Everyone at the hospital apparently loved her, called her brilliant, dedicated, the kind of doctor who stayed late to check on patients, and she'd reported herself before we even filed the lawsuit. The second she realized what happened, she told the board everything, didn't hide behind lawyers or excuses, just admitted she'd made a catastrophic mistake. My attorney said that almost never happens. Most doctors lawyer up immediately. She hadn't operated since Lena died. One of the nurses told my lawyer that Dr. Park had been found crying in the locker room for 3 days straight. Another said she'd been put under suicide watch. Hospital administration was worried she might hurt herself. I didn't want to care. Logic said she killed my wife through carelessness. Take the money, ruin her career. Make sure she never forgets. But then her lawyer sent over a letter she'd written. Not a legal document, a personal one. 7 pages, handwritten. She talked about Lena by name, mentioned the jokes Lena made before anesthesia, said they'd talked about hiking because they'd both loved the same trail upstate. She described holding Lena's hand when she realized what was happening. She wrote that she knew no apology would ever be enough, that she understood if I hated her forever, that she'd give anything to go back and be more careful, to double-check, to save my wife's life. It wasn't written by lawyers trying to reduce a settlement. It was written by someone completely destroyed. My attorney told me not to read too much into it, said it was probably strategy. But I kept reading it over and over. I requested a meeting with her. Everyone told me not to. My brother said I was being manipulated. My lawyer said it could hurt the case. I went anyway. Dr. Park looked like she'd aged 10 years. Her hands shook the whole time. She could barely look at me. She tried to apologize again, but started crying too hard to finish sentences. Just kept saying she was sorry, over and over. I let her cry. Then I said, I can't forgive you. Maybe not ever. But I know you didn't want this, and I know you'll carry this for the rest of your life. I withdrew the lawsuit the next day. The hospital still punished her, suspended her license, made her go through retraining, put a permanent mark on her record, but I didn't take everything from her.